Hello everyone, welcome to School Quiz. So this side Anjali Singh, and today we are starting a topic that is equations of motion. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sharing screen. Yeah, so you can see. Okay, this is the third slide. Yeah, so in the first slide you can see our topic is equation of uniformly accelerated motion. The first is equations of motion. Actually, we are deriving the equation when the object is in uniformly accelerated motion. So there are three equations of motion. Okay, the first equation of motion, the second equation of motion, and the third equation of motion. In your NCRT, the equation of motion by graphical method is only given, as well as this method is not you can see the fully mentioned, it is not fully mentioned. Okay, but you have to see even though this method also, because now you are able to derive the equation in two form. Okay, so here we'll study one by one all the three equations. The first equation of motion, actually the first equation of motion is what? Okay, I'll use it. Yeah, this is, so this is what? V is equals to u plus at. It is what? V is equals to u plus at. Clear everyone? You can see here V is the final velocity. What is V? This is the final velocity. U क्या है? That is the initial velocity. U is initial velocity. As everyone know, A is the acceleration. Okay, so what is this? A, acceleration. Clear? A is acceleration, T is, everyone knows, that is time. Clear? V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity. I think you are familiar with the word initial velocity and final velocity. Initial velocity is that with which velocity objects start moving. And what is the final velocity? Final velocity means the objects is getting stop or reach the destination with that velocity. Okay, so that is the final velocity. Clear everyone? So here, and A is the acceleration acquired by the body, and T is the time taken to reach from initial point to the final point. I had given you even the examples also. So now we'll start the deriving. First, I'll erase it. Okay, so I'm going to erase it. If you want to note down, please stop the screen and note down. Okay. Now again, I'm using, yes, this uh, acceleration. Everyone knows that is about the change in velocity. Acceleration will tell you about the how the velocity got changed with respect to the time. So change in velocity means how the velocity got changed. It is change from final to initial. Means final velocity minus initial velocity upon time taken. Clear? So as I told you, final velocity is equals to, I'll also write it, A is equals to V minus U by T. V minus U means change in velocity. This is what, dear? That is change. Okay, and T is the time taken. Now, this T, everyone knows about the cross multiplication. This will be going to multiply with this. Et is equals to V minus U. Clear? So now this negative will go to that side and that will be converted into positive. So U plus at. That is your equation. That is your first equations of motion. That is your first equations of motion. is v is equals to u plus at, means the final velocity is the sum of initial velocity and the product of acceleration and the time taken. Clear? Okay, so now we'll move towards the first. I'll rub it, then we'll move towards the second velocity. Now moving towards the second velocity, that is about the, okay, so yeah, moving towards the second velocity, it is what? Okay, now again I'll move again I'll share the screen for the second velocity. Just now we'll move towards the second equation of motion. So what second equation of motion is saying? The second equation of motion is saying about the that is equals to s is equals to, you can see this, yes, s is equals to ut plus half at square. Okay, so this s represents represent the distance, how much distance travel. S represents the how much distance travel. Okay, u again initial velocity, t is time, a is the acceleration, and the equation, this s is equalized when we will multiply it by half. This l, this s is going to equalize when we will multiply this 80 square by half. Clear? So here we'll start with average velocity. So as you already know, whenever we are finding the average speed or average velocity, so that time what we are going to do, we'll add this initial as well as the final. Okay, so here we are dealing with velocity, so it means initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. Clear? Okay, so this initial velocity plus final velocity upon 2. So the average velocity is what? U plus V by 2. Clear? That is U plus V by 2. Now, okay, now I'm going to use this a note. So, average velocity, I'm going to write like this. Average velocity. Average velocity is what? U plus V by 2. That is the average velocity. Now, how much distance travel? Distance travel is the average velocity into time. Okay, as you already know, speed is equals to distance upon time. So here, how much distance travel, that is equals to average velocity into time. Now, when it will be multiplied this u plus v by 2 into t. So what it will be? U plus, in place of v, that will is equals to u plus at into t by 2. Clear? Clear? This is u. Okay, this is u. In place of v, you're going to write u plus at because we derived it from the first equation of motion. Clear? From the first equation of motion, we know the value of v is u plus at. We wrote this u plus u, that is equals to, okay, no, we'll not, okay, okay, I'll use this format, erase. Within one press, it is not going to work every time. Now, you can see this will be u plus u, that will be 2u plus 80. It will be multiplied by 2 upon 2. Clear? This is 2ut plus 80 square. This is 2ut. This is 80 square upon 2. Clear? Clear, students? So, the final is this 2, where it goes. This 2 is with also 2ut, 2u t by 2. This will be half a t square. This 2 is dealing with 2ut also. This is dealing with 80 square also. Okay. So this 2 and 2 cancel out. So what will be your final expression? Ut plus half 80 square. Clear? Here it is directly written. This 2, after this ut plus half 80 square. But this 2 is divided by 2ut and half 80 square. Ut plus half 80 square. This is your second equation of motion. Okay, this is your second equation of motion, where S is distance traveled by the body in time t, u is the initial velocity of the body, a is the acceleration. This is your second equation of motion. I think this is clear to you. If you want to, I'll rub this. No. Okay, so what it will be? Yeah. Now, third equation of motion. This is a really long equation. This is the mix-up of first equation as well as the second equation. Now you can see S is equals to ut plus half et square. I'll use this innote method. Okay. S is equals to ut plus half et square. This is the second equation of motion. This is the first equation of motion. I'll erase also because this is not looking nice. Okay. Okay, this is the second equation of motion. This is the first equation of motion. So from the first equation, I'll write Et is equals to V minus U. I separated. Now, T is equals to V minus U by A. Here it is in form of multiplication. It will go to that side. So that is in the form of division. Clear? So now we will put this value of T. We'll put this value of T in this equation, in second equation. So S is equals to U in place of T, V minus U by A, okay, plus half A in place of T again, V minus U by A whole square. So what it will be? UV minus U square upon A plus half A, this A square minus B ka whole square. You can see A minus B ka whole square. So that will be A square plus B square minus 2AB. Clear? This A cancel out. What it will be? Okay. So you can see here it is the same equation. Now this here it will be 2A. Okay. So here we will multiply it by 2. 2uv minus 2u square plus v square minus plus u square minus 2uv. Clear? We will here we will take the LCM. So that will be 2a. So what will be the final value? 2uv. So here minus 2u square. Oh, sorry, first cancel out. Minus 2uv plus 2uv. So here v square keep as it is, minus 2u square plus u square. It will be minus u square upon 2a. This is equals to what? S. S is equals to, now you know this will go to this, that will be 2as is equals to v square minus u square. That is your third equation of motion. V square minus u square is equals to 2as. Clear? V square minus u square is equals to 2as. That is the third equation of motion. You can transfer this minus u square to that side also. Okay, so student, now yeah. So students, we studied the first equation of motion, second equation of motion, and third equation of motion. So they are not complicated, but they need revision as well as the practice. So please practice in your home and do it at least 2 to 3 times. Okay, so stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.